Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for a quick video. We got a little quickie dicky today. We got happy Friday, by the way. We have a few investigations going on, so we're gonna take a look at this. It looks like, what is that? Whatnot is protecting you from scams. Oh my goodness! Surely there's some good advice here, telling you not to buy on their platform. It's not. It is not, unfortunately. So we're going to go through this. Thank you to Tina for letting me know that this email existed. And then I went and checked. And yes, they did indeed send it to everyone. What are they talking about here? So as you know on the channel, and we'll take a look at countless examples after we're done here, after we get through this email, Whatnot is just riddled with carnival type activities, thievery, scammers, everything of the sort. Not everyone, but a lot of them on the platform, and it's largely due to the fact that there is little to no vetting process. They want as many people on the platform as possible, and that they don't do enough when people are caught scamming, even on video. So, here it is. Whatnot, to me, updates at whatnot.com. 19 hours ago, at the time of recording. They got their nice black logo on the top there, and they say, with the holiday season in full swing, it's important to be aware of potential scams that may arise during this busy time. I agree. To help keep our community safe, here are some common scams to watch out for and tips to protect yourself online. So, surely, I mean, if they were being honest here, they would probably get into all of the poll boxes that can be easily rigged, all of the stuff that can be easily resealed, the fact that they don't do background checks in terms of who's selling on their platform, the fact that they don't ban the people on their platform after they get caught scamming people right on video. Unless, there's enough media uproar, unless there's an infinite videos made about a certain Blake Martinez, ex-NFL football player, super platform advertising extraordinaire of Whatnot, the golden boy, the golden treat, the boy with all the dips and flips and games. The guy with the bounties that just never get won until the end. Holy moly, that's a string of luck on his part. And oh my God, it is painful. God, I hope he gets absolutely reprimanded. I hope the FBI absolutely takes him out into the field. Impersonating, I don't know if there's no meaning behind that. Field because he's a football player. But that's the kind of crap we're dealing with here. No, the scammers that are on there, they're not very smart. They usually get caught. I can't cover every single one of them. I can't vet every single one of them. Every now and then, someone will be like, "Oh, Rattle, why don't you just review every single Whatnot streamer?" Guys, I'm only one person over here. I can't do that. I cannot sit down. The amount of streams, you would just never catch up. Again, I could make a Whatnot video on individual scams every day for the rest of my life, as long as Whatnot exists and as long as they don't change their policies. Impersonation scams. Okay, this is a good one. Scammers may try to impersonate Whatnot staff or support, contacting you via calls, texts, or emails to trick you into sharing your login credentials or personal information. This is the least of your concerns if you're on Whatnot. You need to be on the lookout. You need to 100% trust the person that is selling you crap, because they're either going to, if they're opening for you, they're going to pull something fucking juicy. And when they pull it, they're going to say, "Oh, I didn't send it," or "Oops, it got lost." And then they keep it and they get caught selling it later on. Seen it time and time again. This is the most common, I guess, of the scams recently, is the oopsie doopsie, not shipping it, or if they're a small enough account, they just poof, they just go away. And that's on Whatnot. Whatnot should be the one that is reimbursing you and or taking legal action against the person that stole your card that they sold you on the stream. That's not on you. They're a platform. What is the point of the platform? You might as well take it out back to the old Facebook groups. Those are bad too. There's a lot of bad people on there. No matter how much moderation, how much weeding, how much if illegal gambling, it's going to produce some bad people. And even if they're being legitimate, it's going to be bad value. They're trying to make a quick buck. You're getting caught up on it because you're either ill-informed, or maybe you're a gambling addict and you got to get your fix. You need to see those wheels spin on Whatnot. You need to get that $3,000 bounty, and they get rid of bounties, which is a good step. But again, the rest of the gambling stuff just doesn't need to exist. It's a crutch. It's a crutch for them to make money, for the people on the platform to make money. I guess in this day and age, like during the pandemic, it didn't matter. The Whatnot streamers could just go to Walmart, fill up their cart as fast as possible, make a bunch of money on it because people are overpaying. Speaking of that, I guess we should talk about what in the hell is going on with the terrestrial. People were paying like $175 for a box or something. Don't do that. Don't do it. I know it's like exciting because it just came out. Secura just launched a bunch more boxes. Join the Discord, put your notifications on, order your product, open it yourself, and if you want people to hang out with that aren't crooks, as far as I can tell, join the Discord. I mean, the crooks could get in there. It's a public Discord. They could crook their way in. They probably don't want to. It'd be a pretty bad idea to be hanging around me if you're crooking. But come on in there, open your own product, save a ton of money. No chance of getting scammed when you're opening it yourself. You're not gonna steal the hits from yourself, are you? Please. What to watch for: claims of suspicious activity on your account, request to verify your account by sharing sensitive details. Okay, so like I have not ever once heard of this happening. I'm sure it does, because it does with any platform. You're going to have people that are trying to get people's accounts, and they're going to buy stuff, and they're going to take their money out. Everything should be pretty trackable. If somebody's logging onto another person's account, and if they spend it, it should be pretty easy for Whatnot to reverse those transactions. The holidays, there are more scams. Yes, you shouldn't be sharing your details. Any platform, you shouldn't share your Amazon account if that's got the billing. If that's got all your cards added to it, and you can just like one click shop, you shouldn't be giving that information out to anyone either. But that is not the primary concern. My apologies, Whatnot, but your sellers are the primary concern. You're the primary concern. I shouldn't put it all on the sellers. There are good sellers, and it is Whatnot's fault for just taking anyone and everyone on board, and for not taking action against people that are caught scamming. And this trust and safety department is a fucking disaster. I don't know if it's the same people as before, but when you have countless reports about Blake and about other stuff, and nothing gets done about it, and then you have the false statement. I should have had the false statement ready to go, but they claimed that they refunded everyone impacted by the Blake stuff. They admitted that it was a scam, that their token boy, their token advertising boy, their NFL football playing boy, he scammed you, according to Whatnot. And they refunded everyone infected, but they also made you fill out a stupid Google sheet to say, hey, I was affected. So they didn't refund anyone at that point in time, as far as I'm aware. They didn't even refund everyone to begin with. It should have been a blanket refund. Anyone that was involved in any one of his carnival games should have been refunded, and they weren't. So if you weren't paying attention, if Blake milked your little titties for all they could do, and you just quit Whatnot because you're like, damn it, I'm just unlucky. I'm just an unlucky person. I never get the bounties from Blake. It always takes me to the last energy. Why is this going on? Well, guess what? You got fucked. You probably took off somewhere else. And did Whatnot reach out to you? Did they automatically refund you? No, they didn't. They fucked you. They absolutely fucked you. And that's why I will never work with the platform. I will never make a single purchase on the platform unless they somehow completely dump their entire system and crack down on what's going on. I had someone from eBay Live, reach out to me recently wanting my thoughts. My thoughts are free. I'll give you free advice on how to crack down and how to make sure you have a safe platform for people to buy on. It's never going to be 100% safe. There's going to be a bad actor that just throws it all away. But when you have people on the platform, and the people that are scamming, just straight up scamming right away, are doing it because they either have nothing to lose, because who gives a shit? Like, I didn't work to get on here. They're just get on the Whatnot bus, sell your shit, make some money, flip some dips. So, like, if you have somebody that needs to build a reputation, that needs to do a background check, that needs to go through some training in order to sell on a platform to your customers and not rip them off, the odds of them throwing that all away, the odds of them doing something bad are far less. And it's a shame because, again, I'm sure there's people on Whatnot that would have jumped through those hoops. There should be some pretty easy hoops to jump through. Like, don't rip your customers off. No illegal gambling. Don't fucking rig anything. Like, make sure everything's recorded and don't lose shit. It's gonna happen. People make mistakes every now and then, but when it's an intentional mistake to rip off the customer, that's a whole different ball game. And the thing is, are people going to do it? Are they going to keep doing it? Are they going to be like, shit, I better not. I better not rob anyone. Oh, yeah, so and so he was scamming people on video. They caught him. Who gives a shit? He didn't get kicked off the platform. So it wasn't just Blake. It was a lot of other people that were doing the riggable, mappable energies. They're not banned. They didn't get press coverage. They didn't get the spotlight put on them. Whatnot didn't have to ban them. Whatnot chose not to ban them. Chose not to look into all of the other people that were doing it. Bad on them. So we're just into keep your info private, never share your password. Okay, verify emails. Always check that the emails are from a legitimate Whatnot address, such as at Whatnot or at Whatnot Zendesk. No fucking kidding. Come on. Who are you training here? Is this grandma? Grandma, please, don't let them log into your Whatnot, grandma. Don't do it. Don't whatever you do, don't give over your credentials. Don't use the 2-factor. Grandma, no, don't do it for them. If something feels suspicious, don't engage. Instead, report it immediately in the Whatnot app or via help center. They also put out I can't remember who sent it to me, but they put out basically a statement saying that you couldn't talk shit about Whatnot. If you were selling on Whatnot, you couldn't talk shit about them. You had to only send it to support. You don't want anyone hearing about it. Similar to how in their Discord, if you bring up that people are scamming, anything like that, they'll delete it and they'll tell you to shut up. I mean, they don't actually say shut up, but they say that you can't post it there. They don't want it in the open. They don't want to provide a solution outside of, I guess, their trust and safety department, which has a hard time doing anything of the sort. So, yes, Whatnot, it is offer still on the table. If you'd like to meet with me, I would be happy to send you some advice. We can have a chat. We can do a live chat if you want, and we can go ahead, go through some details. It might take a little bit of going back in time at this point in time, because what a fucking mess this platform is. Absolute disaster. Would not recommend. Friends don't let friends, Whatnot, etc., etc. That's my opinion. If you enjoy the platform and you like losing money and you like the potential of getting scammed, again, there's so many good ways. There's so many smart ways to shop within Pokemon cards or any other collectibles that just the risk of getting scammed is so minimal. And there's better ways to spend your money. You're paying somebody to open stuff for you, or you're paying somebody, the amount of time, live selling in general, without the scam aspect, is still very time consuming, and you need to be very knowledgeable in terms of what stuff's worth if they're doing auctions, that sort of thing, to not be just wasting money. If you don't care and you just want to waste money, I guess it's a good option to just blindly bid on stuff, or to have somebody open stuff for you. But again, save your money. Opening product in general is a bad financial decision. The expected value of the contents of the pack, if it was higher than the pack itself, people would open the living crap out of it until that balances out or becomes, the inverse. So, almost always a bad financial decision to open product. Open a little bit if you like it, but do it yourself. Save some money in the process. Buy the singles. Don't buy the stuff. Don't buy the new flashy thing. But when you're shopping for the things that are better value, shopping for your own cards that you can open yourself and you can have in your possession, or supplies to protect your cards or whatever you're doing, go to the link tree, the Rattle Pokemon link tree. We got discount codes here. We got Troll and Toad. We got Securus, Card Shop, Card Trader, Card Market, Collector, app. Some awesome sponsors here, some awesome discount codes. You can click before you shop on a lot of this stuff. If you're buying stuff anyway, if you're buying Christmas gifts, if you're buying Pokemon cards, if you're buying whatever you're buying, click on this stuff before you shop. It will support the channel and no additional cost to yourself, but make informed decisions. Again, if you're in Pokemon, if you're in anything, if you take the time to learn what you're doing, and no one can predict the future. All the stonky donkeys that are making videos about, buy this, sell this, gains, loss, man, don't buy the dip, don't buy the dip, dip your chip. Don't fucking listen to that nonsense. Learn about the product, learn about the Pokemon cards. If you're buying stuff that's low risk, if you're making more smart decisions than you are bad decisions, again, I can sum up one of those YouTube channels in just this one little rant here. learn about it, make some smart decisions. It doesn't matter how smart the decision is, it can still go. So don't make just one decision, I guess. Just don't put all your eggs in one basket. But don't get hung up on the details of stonking and donking. If there's good deals, grab them. If you know what you're doing, if you know what you're looking at, it should come pretty obvious to you. Do not seek out the advice of someone else to tell you what to do, because they're probably just farming your incompetence, I guess is the best or nicest way to put it. Now, let's go through some of the whatnot stuff that's going on here. We got people unpunished. We got this TCG Evolutions, scamming a game score. Speaking of whatnot sellers that didn't get banned right away, these absolute clown babies. Now, if you want to, I suggest watching all of these videos. If you need to get a bad taste in your mouth, need to get an idea of what you're dealing with, the kind of person you're dealing with. These guys, what absolute shitbags. One of them was like in law school, so he was threatening lawsuits or some dumb shit like that. But essentially, they bought boxes from a game store so they could sell it on the whatnot stream. And then they claimed that these boxes were resealed. The boxes weren't resealed. My apologies if there's some dogs barking in the background. That's just here. No? Well, maybe not. We're okay. They bought these boxes. They claimed to the game store that they were resealed, but they weren't. They weren't resealed. These were like God boxes. These had like just a disgusting amount of trainer gallery hits in them. They pulled like a jillion Pikachus. They were cream in their panties the whole fucking time they're opening this shit. And had the nerve to tell a game store that like, hey, this was resealed stuff, we want a refund. So scammers, absolute scammers. I'll say it, they'll say it. Well, they won't say it. They'll claim that, oh, we weren't scamming. And then they were showing like pack wrappers, a part of just absolute con men, just return fraud, absolute carny trash. That's what we're going to put it down to. And again, not banned. They're selling the stolen goods or the I don't know what you would even call it. It's not stolen. They're selling the fraudulent goods, but the fraud happened after. I'm not sure. Maybe they can let us know, since they're law school experts. What kind of crime did they commit there? What do we got? Now we got sale stolen sets. The stolen set stuff is not good. I know every sloobdoo, boobity-boo YouTuber that wants to get ahead is going to grab some stolen product because it's free views, whether or not people are pissed off at them or not pissed off at them. Where it's on Whatnot, they're going to make extra money on it. That is, again, Whatnot suggestion. I guess we don't even need to have a meeting. You can just watch this video. Suggestion is you don't let people break street date. You don't let people, especially when it's out like a month or more in advance, they don't have possession of this, even if they're only shipping it when the set comes out, which they're probably not. I don't even think they're allowed to hold on to a shipment for that long. I could be wrong, but don't let people sell stolen product on your platform. Again, if you want a platform without criminals, don't allow for criminal activity. And yes, buying stolen goods and reselling it, that's pretty crimey. That's pretty damn crimey. So there's another little effort, a little thing that you can do. We had the whole Slick Rick stuff. Maybe we don't get into that, but we have him owing a bunch of people money, and then he just kind of quits. They call it quits. You're going to get a lot of that, I guess, with any of these platforms, especially Whatnot. If it's people that are just in it, maybe they come in and during the boom, they make some money, they have a bunch of money, then they have a ton of stuff that they're going to ship out, but they don't ship it out because they get their payment in advance. They get their payment right away before they send the stuff out, or even if they just make the label, they get a payment. So then, she gone. Then you don't really, if you don't look after the customers, if they're not reimbursed, and even if they are reimbursed for the price of whatever they bought, if it's packs, if they spent $5 on a pack, but they pulled a $200 card, they don't want the $5 for the pack, they want the $200 card. And maybe they don't want the $200 for the card, maybe they want the card itself, that kind of thing. It's just an absolute disaster waiting to happen, and that's why you have a vetting process, you make it more exclusive to who can sell on the platform, and it becomes safer for everyone. It does it not add up yet? Has it not? We had the Moonbryon switcheroo. We had 2 of these happen, allegedly. But I mean, this one was pretty obvious. The other guy had it off camera when he was doing the switcheroo, so it's a little bit harder to tell. We got just a whole bunch of fail compilation. And again, a lot of these, there's 91 videos in this Whatnot playlist, just to give you guys a feel or an idea. of what's going down on the platform, how dangerous it is to purchase on the platform, how reliable people are. And even when people are reliable and they're starting out and they're like, oh, yeah, look, I'm a totally I do it for the kids. I do it for the community. Whoop-de-doo. That kind of shit. They disappear. They're going to take off. So we got this guy here, pre-orders. He was on Whatnot. He was on eBay, Casper, High Street. And then there's also an issue where a lot of these guys, after they get banned from Whatnot, the other platforms need to be on the lookout for that, why they were banned. Even though they're competition, they should be in touch with one another to say, like, hey, yeah, this guy that's coming over to your platform, he got banned because he stole $150,000 from people. You should probably know about that beforehand. You probably shouldn't give him a chance on another platform to do the same, that sort of thing. Whatnot, 1.4 stars on the Better Business Bureau. Their support is something to, I don't even know what you want to call it. Then we have the Blake scams, rigged gambling. Again, when you have gambling that's not regulated, that's just being done by people that are not vetted. Even at the top, even when you have an ex-football player who had all the advantages, who was heavily promoted by Whatnot was promoted by him, his best buddy, best man. He was the best. I guess he was the best man to best buddy. His best buddy was in charge of looking over to make sure he was being a good boy. And as far as I can tell, Craig wasn't banned. I think Craig was still streaming. So Craig wasn't banned, even though he kind of seemingly swept stuff under the rug, in my opinion. And in the opinion of many others that informed him, again, if you're not on your best behavior, if you weren't sucking up to Blake and Craig, then you're not going to get the sweet Whatnot treatment. And if you're not getting the sweet Whatnot treatment, don't you dare touch Blake. Don't touch him. Let him do his scams. And shame on all the people that work for Blake. Yes, it might have been their employment. And again, if they were working for him and they didn't want to get kicked off, they're clearly not going to talk about or point out the fact that, hey, he's scamming. And then once they're doing the scamming for him, it's pretty hard to believe them at that point. They're like, oops, I didn't mean to scam. Right, Lou? Right, Lou Skilla? Yeah, still not banned from the platform. Absolutely ridiculous. I guess we got it's cut off there. Can we jack it out? There we go. Lou Skilla still honking and tonking. Honky tonk dude on there. Just country music. I don't think he plays country music. He can barely operate a microphone and or headphones with his telephone. But again, set your expectations low. Anyone that's going to steal from you is probably also not very competent elsewhere, I guess. There's some experts that just can have some kind of mental problem where they need to steal from you, even though they have the ability to make an honest living. But a lot of the time, it's just G-baller nonsense. All right, we got early product here. We got Obsidian Flames, little stolen product action, in my opinion. Again, I think that was if it's a month before release or more, that shit is fucking stolen, in my opinion. I mean, at that point, it doesn't matter if it's stolen from the print facility. Often, if it's single cards, it is. If it's if it's beat to hell, it's probably stolen from the recycling facility that was supposed to destroy the excess stuff, or even transit or distribution can be stolen kind of all the way along the lines. But again, month plus, she stolen, almost certainly. All right, and no, Pokemon's not giving it out that early. When they do give stuff out, it's pretty clear, and people are pretty clear about what's going on there. We got bounty odds. We got there's more Blake sneak crying on the phone, dumb shit. We got Blake and his apology. We got there's a lot of Blake videos. I thought I was gonna make it to 69. We had this bad boy here, Harvey Marquis. What an absolute clowner. Game store takeover dude. The guy at the game store had a gambling addiction. He was gonna go become a professional gambler or some crap. Harvey took over. Harvey had like stolen goods in the background. He had someone streaming for him. He's dancing around in the background, all excited that he's making money on stolen goods, that he's got people watching the stream, whether critical or not. We got more Blake. We got Packwing and the Reflection. This dude, I think this dude wasn't even, oh, that's Josh. Yeah, it's Josh Pokemon. So this Josh Pokemon guy He's like has this sugar daddy, I guess, and so he's mouthing off. He's like showing off pictures of his daddy's cars and watches and stuff like that, allegedly. And then also, he's on video. He's caught. You can see him. He opens a booster box and then he brings the packs in the background. You can hear him and see him in the reflection on the slabs weighing the fucking packs and swapping them out so that he gets to keep the hits from the booster box. Just like greedy fucking Slimer shit that you see on this platform. They think they're not going to get caught. Oh, there was something too with Harvey where he was like, he was bidding on his own shit, and you could see him like look down and like hit the other phone like to bid on this stuff. So like, not smart. Again, if that's the thing too. So take this into consideration. You need to absolutely trust. It's not just good enough that you're watching like a hawk to make sure that they're not scamming you. You need to also trust them, because if they were smart, they wouldn't get caught shill bidding. They wouldn't get caught resealing stuff. There's no way to be able to tell. And that's why it shouldn't just be open to anyone. You should have to have some sort of reputation behind you. You should have some sort of, at least background check to make sure you're not a criminal. Because if you're criming something else, you're probably going to crime whatnot because it's so fucking easy to do so. PK has shown it how many times now? He'll reseal something. You're not going to be able to tell if something's resealed on camera. You're not going to be able to tell if somebody is shill bidding if they're not absolutely stupid. And sometimes they get caught, sometimes they get called out, sometimes they turn on each other and they reveal. I think Esh was also banned but unbanned. And then there's still more TCG evolutions. We had this girl promoting her OnlyFans. We had these guys doing drugs. These guys doing drugs, I guess that's what it takes. That's the only thing that's going to get you banned immediately from whatnot is snorting things on camera. And then, yeah, she was also doing like a bag swapperoo or like shit off camera. It's just, everything is a scam. Everything. Not everything, but pretty much everything. And the people have it very rough that are not scamming on there. And that's why a lot of them turn to it. So we got Pokemon Wizard, some shady shit going on there where there was like a pack was going and the packs were going off screen. Here's the potential reseal scam here. He kind of picks the pack up. He had a bunch of cards, very suspicious, where they were happens to get some high grades recently, and the cards that on the boxes that he's about to open, where he's not showing the bottom of the box, it might be sliced open. He might have taken the packs out. He might have weighed the packs. He might have opened the heavy packs. He might have taken the good hits, the good hollows, replaced them. Even if the number of hollows matches the box, again, you have to completely trust. So when you're buying from anyone on here, make sure they have more to lose than gain when they're doing this stuff. Like, there is a handful of people that I would trust opening, like, WotC packs for me on a stream like that. Like, I don't know if I could name more than 10 people that I would trust with that. And that's just me. Like, I wouldn't be buying into that anyway, but if I had to, if I was he was like, Rattle, right now, do it. Buy one. I'd be like, oh shit, I gotta find the 10 people that I trust enough to open a pack for me. Like, holy crap. Maybe it's more than, no, it's got to be more than 10. I don't know how many it is, but it's not the amount of people that are on whatnot. I don't know and very few people that are on whatnot I would trust with that. And a lot of it comes down to, like, I don't know the person enough. I don't know whether I should trust the person enough. And that's a lot of what you're doing. These people that are going on to these streams and everything else. A lot of the times when you see people getting, oh, there's Josh Pokemon and his sugar daddy. It's pretty cute. Oh, we got the magician. They had a magician. So this dude was crazy. He had some crazy tricks. He knew how to scam for sure. And most of them, again, the people swapping stuff out are usually like Snee, where she's like really fucking janky about it. She's janking it up off the table, swapping it out. It's not even the same pack artwork. This dude is doing legit magic. Sleight of hand shit. Yeah, that was something else. But yeah, standard magic trick shit where like one card sticks to another so we can count them out, that kind of stuff. That's a good video, good couple videos. You should watch those. Those are good ones. Didn't get that many views, but it's a good video. It's wild. That is one of the best scammers, I guess, and that's one of those things that people are just not gonna catch. What do we have here? Floor on the mystery bags, misrepresented. Like, again, the gambling stuff is obviously a huge problem. They don't want to get away with that, or they leaned into it too much and they allowed people. We had cloud that was banned, and the cloud stuff blows my absolute mind. So you have like a Whatnot employee hanging out with the guy that's banned from Whatnot, and now they're working together and they're going to make streams. Like, if you're banned from the platform and people are going to defend them, they're going to be like, Cloud didn't do that much wrong. He just didn't send people their stuff that they purchased. Guys, is that... Please explain to me how that's not a scam. If he just decided to keep everything instead of sending it out to people. I don't care if it was laziness. I don't care if it was an intentional, like, I'm going to get away with it. It just shouldn't. It shouldn't happen. You don't send people. Part of the agreement is you send people their stuff. If you don't, that's a fucking scam. That's my opinion, but I'm pretty sure that's the definition of a scam. Someone pays for something, you don't send it, you disappear, and even if Whatnot had to reimburse that stuff, what are they doing letting you back on the platform? Like, how fucking desperate are they for people on the platform that you scammed their customers? Like, how bad does that look on them? And maybe not that many people are going to point it out. Maybe not. Again, a lot of the people that are buying on Whatnot, if you know people that are new, advise them, tell them what's going on, tell them to watch the 91 videos in this playlist, or even just a couple, and then ask them, is it a good idea to purchase on Whatnot? They can form their own opinion that way. We got people counting out cards wrong. Again, the pull box stuff, the randomization stuff that's outside of like this rigged gambling fucking nonsense is just time and time again. It's like I don't know, the majority, a large portion of the scams that are going on there are to do with gambling. It's carnival shit. We have this guy threatening customers. Again, this is the kind of shit you get when you don't background check, when you don't vet your sellers. You get this angry little dude who's gonna fucking go to a church and pray for me about my negativity. Again, it's always, I'm the negative one. I'm just telling you guys what to avoid in order to enjoy the hobby to its fullest. You want to just stay away from the gutters. Stay away from the gutters. Whatnot is a gutter. It's a dirty, sloppy, and my apologies to anyone that's selling on there in an honest manner. I don't think you should be building your name. I don't think you should be building your platform on Whatnot. I don't think you should want to be associated with it. At least I wouldn't. If I was starting out and for some reason that's selling cards or opening cards for people or auctioning stuff off, not for me. I would fucking hate that. I would rather go work at Mickey D's 9 to 5 any day over fucking trying to sell people packs, overpriced packs, or auctioning off card after card or whatever. It just not in me. I wouldn't have fun. It wouldn't be fun. It would feel like work. Making videos, this stuff, catching crooks, fun. Opening packs with you guys on the live streams. For myself. Again, I don't want you guys to buy the packs from me. Fun. Absolutely fun. Fun stuff. And that is entirely, the pack opening stuff, entirely for fun. Catching crooks for fun. You guys using the link tree helps make it happen. Helps allow me to do what I do. And thank you very much for that. So we got more. We got swapping envelopes here. This guy got banned. And then we have this guy here who either deleted his Whatnot account or this is super recent. Hunter's Vault. He was caught on OfferUp, essentially trading people counterfeit cards, which he almost certainly knows are counterfeit. And he was swapping those out for real cards, and then he was selling the real cards, the wrongfully obtained real cards on Whatnot. So it seems like they cracked down on that. Maybe they're watching my videos more. Maybe they're more proactive about what's going on. It should be very easy for them. If I can show stuff, if I can gather information, if people have information, if they sent it already to Whatnot support, which they almost certainly do before they send it to me, they should have already solved the issue here. I mean, this is a bigger thing. This is like law enforcement level stuff that needs to go into place in order to make sure that he's not scamming anyone else locally. But again, you don't need to do this. You don't need to scam. Work hard. If you want to do Pokemon, build it up. Do it part-time. When it gets to where it needs to get, switch over to whether you're selling, whether you're doing eBay. There's not enough people doing the eBay route. And I guess at the moment it's not really possible in Canada, but in the US, doing the eBay route, just buying collections, listing everything, building up just a giant inventory. When your inventory on eBay is large enough, you're going to be constantly selling things every day. And it can snowball and get to the point that you're doing Pokemon full time. You're packing orders. You can watch YouTube videos like this one while you're packing the orders. You can work from home. I mean, it takes discipline and you have to really work at it, but it's very, very achievable. And there's going to be lows, there's going to be highs, so you have to plan for that. There is some planning involved. You don't necessarily get the benefits that you might get from your place of employment, that sort of thing. So take all that into consideration when you're doing it. Maybe you do a mixture of things. You can't do everything. There's too many aspects of Pokemon. There's too many avenues. But you can certainly build up a couple. And with enough hard work, you can, even if you're selling, even if you're live selling, even whatever you're doing, you can do that on its own without scamming people. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining the Discord. This was a little more long-winded than I thought it was going to be, but thank you guys for sticking through the whole thing. Join the Discord. Love you. Happy weekend. Have a good weekend, guys. Hope you guys are all ready for the holiday season, for the Christmas festivities. I'll be in the Discord tomorrow night. Happy hour. Join on in there if you want to open packs and you'd like an audience to do so. Open your own packs. Save some money. Love you. Bye.